It is an honor and a blessing to be addressing you this evening. Nobody wants to hear a doctor say that they have cancer. Receiving a cancer diagnosis is a traumatic, life-changing event that can create a roller coaster of emotions. The whirlwind of doctor's appointments, tests, treatments, it can make a patient and their families feel out of control. In some ways, you feel like you're living in a fog. I know that to be true because I am not only the co-founder of Believe Big, but I have also faced, fought, and overcome stage 4 colon cancer. In August of 2008, I found myself so fatigued that I took 3-hour naps in the middle of the day, every single day. And when I woke up, instead of feeling rested, I felt exhausted. For a while, I convinced myself it was because I was burning a candle at both ends. I was a busy mother of 4, ran my own business in the evenings, and had been homeschooling my kids for 5 years. But I finally realized that this was not normal. Something was really wrong. Given my family history of colon cancer, I knew that was a very real possibility. But I was diligent about getting regular colonoscopies, eating organic food, and exercising. My health was a priority to me. In spite of my best efforts, I became severely anemic, was admitted to the hospital, and needed a blood transfusion. This led to a colonoscopy and the discovery of colon cancer. I was diagnosed at the very same age with the very same type of cancer that my father had died from when I was a little girl. I'm sure you can imagine the fear that tried to settle in on my family and me. The thought of not seeing my 4 children grow up and growing old with my husband was overwhelming. I remember that I had to convince myself that my dad's story was not my story, that my outcome could be different. But truthfully, a big part of me believed that I was on the same path, diagnosed at 37, dead at 39. I could hear it ringing in my ears, especially when I found out that once it had spread to my liver, I had a less than 8% chance of survival. But I quickly realized that I had a choice to make. Would I give in to the fear, or would I live by faith and fight? So I went back to what I knew. God did not give me a spirit of fear, but one of power, a love, and a sound mind. He promised me that he would never fail me or leave me. He promised to be faithful, even when I was all out of faith. And he told me to be strong and courageous, to quit being terrified or discouraged, and to trust in him. So in the days ahead, I decided to engage my faith and fight. I fought the fear that tried to grip me each day by filling my mind with his word. I kept reminding myself of who I was in Christ. I focused on the capability of my God instead of the challenge of my circumstances. I regularly read the I will have no fear prayer that Jimmy compiled for me out loud several times a day. And the fear, it relented. We also came to see the importance of having a team of doctors, both conventional and complementary, which work together to heal the whole person. It shouldn't be one or the other. Conventionally, we had incredible surgeons who were gifted in removing the cancer from my colon and liver and got connected to the finest oncologist in Luis Diaz at Johns Hopkins, who monitored me with scans and blood work. On the complementary side, my internal environment was transformed to fight any remaining cancer by Dr. Hinderberger with mistletoe injections, a high alkaline diet, and other supplements that my body needed to fight well. Treatments like chemotherapy and radiation are effective in certain types of cancers, but for my particular case, it would not have improved my odds of survival. That is why Believe Big is passionate about educating patients on the importance of a combined approach to treatment and to be their own advocate. Yes, we need to listen to the wisdom of our doctors, but we also need to listen to our bodies enough to know what is normal for us, that our care is individualized and not standardized. By God's grace, I won my battle with cancer and remain cancer-free today.